Welcome back to Views with Hughes, your Jennifer News. This is Jerome Hughes, and if you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, click the bell notifications, so that way you're notified of future uploads and updates. So, coming in from New York Post, DeSantis, the Florida state governor, vows that the legislator will quash Disney attempt to strip his supervisory board of power. Okay, so remember where Disney went on ahead to pull the trick out of sleeve and stuff, and where they stated that for a long while, where a certain heir to royalty over in England, if they died, then that's when the state of Florida will get their power back over Reedy Creek, or formerly known as Reedy Creek, as well as Disney. Okay, but we see that now DeSantis is going on offensive, which says Florida Governor Ron DeSantis unveiled a fresh offensive against Disney Monday after his last-minute attempt to neutralize his oversight of the entertainment giant. Speaking in the show of a number of Disney parks in Lake Buena Vista, DeSantis said the GOP-controlled state legislature will move and to annul a brazen bid by the company Disney to strip its remade supervisory board of power. He said that Disney did special deals to circumvent the whole process. He said today, they controlled the board. It was basically a legal fiction where they negotiated with themselves to give themselves self-governing status. That's in direct defiance of the will of the people in Florida. DeSantis asserted the state legislature has the ability to quash Disney's actions outright and will do so. You're not going to have Disney have its own government in Central Florida, he said. You're going to live under the same laws as everybody else. And this is interesting because of the fact that this reminds me that Disney, as well as those who are defending Disney stuff, are super biased. Okay, what I mean by that, it's interesting because of the fact that before, usually, right now we have people who are online are now coming to Disney's aid after they criticize a corporation. As a matter of fact, they criticize all corporations and everything. Okay, these individuals are left-leaning people and everything who will go against these corporations unless they stick with their ideologies. They're no different than those who are, establishment Republicans as well, or those who are basically on the right. It's like those who are biased and everything will pull these moves. Okay, that's the establishment move, just to go ahead and continue to let the status quo further. And I don't usually talk about politics and everything. I usually do pop culture, but this is pretty interesting because of the fact that Disney is lined up, like I said before, they're trying to finesse the finesser. Okay? They're trying to have more power than the government. But it's interesting, because Disney, they have supporters who are particularly like liberal or democratic leaning and everything. And it's like these are individuals who, like I said, are against big corporations, but at the same time, back then, remember almost 10 years ago where it was all about Occupy Wall Street and everything, where they protested and stood up against big pharma like Pfizer and everything. Nowadays, you can have them defending Pfizer to the point where they're actually promoting the vaccine itself. Okay, but that's another story for a different day. I'm just sharing the principle with you all. So it says here, DeSantis previously expelled the 5 Disney-backed members of a panel that oversaw the since renamed Reedy Creek Improvement District and handpicked their replacements. The change, he said, will roll back the company's quasi-governmental powers and subject them to more robust state scrutiny. But in the 11th hour gambit, ongoing board members voted in special measures, which reverted most of the panel's powers to the entertainment giant. So now they're going to help up ahead, and then we're looking to remove put the restrictions on Disney and everything to continue to get their job done. But in 11th hour gambit, ongoing board members voted on special measures which reverted most of the panel's powers to the entertainment giant. The restrictions gave full developmental authority over the 27,000-acre property to the parent company and barred the board, now called the Central Florida Tourism Oversight District, from any use of the Disney brand. So this is their underhand move that Disney's made. Okay, so it says here also, in addition to voting that Voiding that move, the presumptive 2024 presidential candidate said Monday he will also seek to reverse other perks Disney has enjoyed since the establishment of its special tax district in 1967. In other words, they got to start paying for after DeSantis made this move and everything, they're going to have to start doing what all the other companies doing. You know, Disney has used this particular power that was discovered and everything, where they have Florida to go ahead and pay for all the things like the roads and the conditions and stuff for the park and all that, and Disney doesn't have to pay a dime. All right. So in other words, the state of Florida is going to foot the bill for what Disney wants, and Disney doesn't have to pay for squat. So in addition to the parks, monorail, transportation systems, and rides have been exempt from external inspections, but the new regulations could make Disney subject to bolstered oversight. DeSantis said the new board will also expire selling off Disney World's utilities to a private entity to save money, hiking pay for first responders, and expanding workforce housing at the sites. Ooh, interesting. The Republican noted that while Disney owns much of the land under the board's control, some parcels are property of the district. Those areas, he said, could potentially be put to other uses independent of Disney. So in other words, Disney won't be able to control squat when it comes to like property as well as of other things which Disney owns that's also going to be under the board's control. DeSantis also highlighted that Disney has been made to appraise its own land for tax purposes and that the board will investigate that process. The panel will aim to ensure that this company is under the law, following the law, paying taxes, and honoring the debts and not governing itself. The confrontation sparked after Disney publicly rebuked DeSantis-backed Florida law that banned discussion of sexual orientation and gender identity in kindergarten through third grade. No, those are words what they call the Don't Say Gay bill. Okay, so the DeSantis administration officials ripped Disney's power play, calling it a poison pill that subverted the legislative action and ran afoul on public notice requirements. Disney denied those accusations and maintained that they fully complied with state law in making the changes. And it also says here, all agreements signed between Disney and the district were appropriate and were discussed and approved in open, noticed public forums in compliance with Florida's government and the Sunshine Law, Disney stated earlier this month. Florida's largest employer, Disney World, includes 4 theme parks, 2 water parks, 25 hotels, and roughly 80,000 employees. The company did not immediately respond to requests for comment on DeSantis' Monday remarks. So this is what I've told you all before when I'm talking about the subject on WW's live stream. Okay, WW's Pro's live stream. I mean, this was going to be short-lived. Okay, it's coming into fruition. All right. Not only is it coming into fruition, it's going to global attention, national attention, spark some controversy to the point where Ron DeSantis is using his powers that he deemed to be tried and true to go ahead and basically put Disney back into its place. Okay, so Bob Iger as well as Disney cannot run itself as long as it's in Florida and as long as DeSantis is governor. I'm not sure what's going to happen after he's no longer governor. They might elect somebody who is possibly Democrat and everything, who may go ahead and go back and change everything back, put it back to the way it was before. Okay, so I could be wrong, but the future is definitely unpredictable. Okay, so let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Let me know what went wrong in the video. Let me know what you think is going to happen next. All right. Also, be sure to comment below any additional things that I might have left out in this video. And also, if you enjoyed what I shared in the video, go ahead and smash the like button and share far and wide across social media. Also, if you have done so already, you enjoyed all the content I put out there, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. Until then, peace.